All right, good morning. So we're on the box that says ASA, and you probably can take a good guess that ASA stands for angle, side, angle. Okay, and just like when we did SAS, side, angle, side, that S in the middle needs to be included between the two sides that are congruent, needs to be that included angle. So we're going to draw two triangles. We'll call this first triangle ABC. Second triangle we'll call DEF. And I'm going to give you some information about these two triangles, and then we're going to make our arc mark and our tick marks. So angle A is going to be congruent to angle D, and angle C is going to be congruent to angle F, and side AC is going to be congruent to side DF. Okay, so with these three statements, we want to see if we can get angle, side, angle congruent. If it works, we say yes, and we write a triangle congruent statement. If not, we say no. Okay, so the first statement is angle A is congruent to angle D. So at angle A, we're going to do a single arc, and at angle D, we're going to do a single arc. So that's our A, right? Then the next statement says angle C is congruent to angle F. So we're going to put a double arc at angle C, and we're going to put a double arc at angle F, and we have another A. We have an A and an A, but we want that S to be in the middle, that side to be in the middle. So let's check. Side AC is congruent to side DF. So here's AC. I'm going to put a single tick mark on it. And side DF, I'm going to put a single tick mark on it. It's included on this one. It's included on this one, so we put it in the middle. So we say yes, they are congruent by angle, side, angle. Okay? Then we need to write a congruence statement. Notice I already have two of my angles with congruent marks. So I'm just going to go in that order. I'm going to say that triangle ACB is going to be congruent to triangle DFE. Whatever you start with and go to next needs to be the same on between the two triangles. All right? Any questions on angle, side, angle? All right, next box. Angle, angle, side. So AAS stands for angle, angle, side. Clearly not the same as the one we just did. On the one we just did, that side needs to be included. On this one, this side is not included. It's going to be outside of the two angles that are congruent. So we're going to draw two triangles, just like with all of them.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. These are beautiful. And so this one, we're going to just make our congruence mark. So we're going to say that angle G is congruent to K. So we're going to put a single arc at G and a single arc at K. That gives us our A for our angle. And then angle J is going to be congruent to angle M. So we're going to put double arcs because they're the second set. That's our second A. And then HJ, side HJ, is going to be congruent to side LM. So notice it goes First angle, second angle, outside side. First angle, second angle, outside side. So that's our S. So these two, we say yes, they are congruent by angle, angle, side. And then we need to write our congruent statement. And we're going to do it just kind of almost exactly like how we did on angle, side, angle. Just go by the single, double, and then the one that doesn't have it. Single, double, and then the one that doesn't have it. So it's going to be triangle GJH is congruent to triangle KML. Any questions on angle, angle, side? All right, next box says HL. HL is our special one. It's for a special kind of triangle. Remember the first lesson of this chapter, we talk about classifying triangles. One of the special triangle classifications was a right triangle. So this works on right triangles only. If it's any other kind of triangle, it won't work, okay? So that HL, that H is standing for hypotenuse. And that hypotenuse is always opposite the little box, right? Opposite wherever that 90-degree angle is at. And then you're going to have the hypotenuse, hypotenuses congruent to each other, and then one of the legs. So HL stands for hypotenuse leg. All right, so let's draw two triangles. I'm going to draw a right triangle, and we'll call this A, B, C. On this one, B is our right angle. And this one is D, E, F. And clearly the E is going to be our right triangle. So opposite each of those little boxes, each of the angles that are 90-degree angles is the side that we call the hypotenuse. So on this triangle, it's going to be AC. And on this triangle, it's going to be DF. So those two sides need to be congruent. So we're going to put a single tick mark on each. And then it can be either leg. So on right triangles, you have two legs. It can either be the short leg or the long leg. Or if you have a perfect right triangle, both those sides are going to be congruent. So we'll do the short leg on this one. We'll put a double tick on BC and a double tick on FE. So we say yes, these two triangles are congruent by HL, hypotenuse leg. And then we need to write statements of congruence. So for this one, I'm just going to go ABC, triangle ABC is going to be congruent. And we went DEF. Just make sure you follow the same order. Right? Any questions on hypotenuse leg? All right. Your last box says that there are two that do not work. All right. The main one that does not work is because it spells a bad word. It's side, side, angle. Or if you spelled it the other direction, it would spell a bad word, and we don't do bad words in geometry, okay? All right. The other one that does not work is angle, angle, angle. Okay? So write those down, and then